I like to mirror some of the same things that they talked about because of the changes. Our scores have changed, and we had some of the similar numbers as early as I was reading them earlier, as a lot of exemplary facts, a lot of recognized facts, but we'd have one or two that was academically acceptable. And so our district, which was recognized last year, has dropped to acceptable. And then each campus, high school was recognized last year, they're now acceptable. Middle school was acceptable, which they stayed acceptable. And our elementary went from exemplary to acceptable. But I want to stress this point to our teachers, our parents, and mainly our students that's worked a lot harder this year trying to keep our scores up. But due to the way the scores have changed and the way they counted, has dropped our ratings. It's nothing that kids or parents or teachers have done. It's just the fact that they're changing the rules, and since the rule changed, their ratings have dropped. And so some of those kids that really worked and passed last year, now the 10-11 year, may not have passed, even though they may have done better on the test. But the projection measure does not have them increasing enough, which is out this year and was in last year, to where they actually passed in the year before but failed this year and did probably better on the test. But the projection measure, I know it faced a lot of conflict and arguments on it, but if it was wrong or if it just needed to be tweaked, let's tweak it and get credit, because we don't get credit for a student that may have made, say, an 80 on the test, and we've increased them up to a 90 or more, or a student that may have only scored a 20, and we've doubled or tripled his score and they still don't pass. We don't get any credit for that. And so that's what I thought the projection measure did a good job of, was giving those kids credit for what they've done over the years and giving schools credit for what they've done over the years. But again, I'd like to stress that we've worked harder, but due to the changes of the rules on how they're counted, we did drop in ratings. Also, I think we're headed for a perfect storm, you might say, because FIRST ratings, the Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas, is about to come out, and we're going to see a lot of things that we have no control over making some of our ratings drop, because interest rates, which we get counted for, nobody even makes a 1% interest rate right now. To tax rate collection, people are hurting in the economic times, and so when our percentage of tax rate falls, that counts against us, which has no control over. That's the economy, not the school or the community. And then also when our bonds passed and our enrollment has dropped, so now that percentage looks like there's more money passed per kid. We have no control over that. So some of our ratings are going to drop, we have no control over. And then also when we get hit with the cuts that we've been hit with through the legislative session, and we go into this next year trying to not only improve our test scores and improve everything we do, because that's a constant, we're always trying to improve, which I think we do a great job now, but we always work hard. And now we're going to take out so much of our funding over the next 2 years till it's going to be double hard or triple as hard to try to do as much as we can. So we're going to see a lot of changes over the next year, not only on funding and how we pay for things, but we're going to see our test scores. They may have dropped as far as accountability ratings, but our teachers and students are going to work twice as hard to keep that up. So again, I want to thank y'all for having us and appreciate giving us this time to explain our side of the story.